Hello, bookworms, and welcome to the Book Up. I'm your host, Verdell Walker, and today we're doing a series spotlight. Some stories are just too good to fit into one book, and in this episode, we're exploring a book series that I think deserves your attention. I'll give you an overview of the series, highlight what makes it special, and share why I think it's worth your commitment. Let me give you the Book Up. Today, we're going to dive into the Green Bone Saga by Fonda Lee. Fonda Lee is one of my favorite authors. I consider her an auto-buy author, meaning I will buy whatever she publishes. I love her that much. And it all really started with this book series. The Green Bone Saga is an urban fantasy series published by Orbit. It spans 3 books, a novella, and a short story collection, all set mostly in the fictional city of Janloon on the island nation of Kikon, a gritty, immersive world where power, loyalty, and family are everything. To me, Janloon felt like a heightened version of Singapore, where some people had magic powers. The series blends action, politics, and deeply complex character relationships, all wrapped up in a unique magic system centered around rare magical jade. The best way to describe this saga, I think, is The Godfather meets Game of Thrones, with a heavy dose of classic kung fu movie badassery. The 3 main books are Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy, and together they tell an epic, multi-generational crime drama infused with high-stakes conflict, fraught geopolitics, and deeply personal rivalries. So before I delve deeper into the story, I want to give you some background that you need to know about these books. First, jade is everything. Kikon is the only place in the world where you can find bioenergetic jade, a rare substance that grants superhuman abilities, but only to those with the right training and the right heritage. Second, these books focus on the Green Bone clans, and they are powerful, jade-wearing warriors who once defended Kikon from foreign invaders, but in modern times, they've evolved into massive crime and commerce syndicates, and they rule Janloon's streets with a strict code of honor. 3, let's talk about clan structure. Each clan has a business side and like a military street protection side. At the top is the pillar, who is the leader who holds absolute power. You can think of the pillar as the dawn of this world. And lastly, there's the central conflict. The 2 dominant clans in Kikon are No Peak and Mountain, and they have been locked in a years-long brutal power struggle. No Peak, which is led by the Call family, is at the heart of the story. Okay, now that I've set the background, let's get into the good stuff. What makes this series so incredible? First and foremost, the characters. Fonda Lee writes some of the most compelling, morally complex characters I've ever read. The Call family, particularly the siblings Lon, Hilo, and Shay, each bring their own strengths, struggles, and transformations over the course of the series. You get to see them rise and fall and make impossible choices in a world where power is everything and betrayal is just part of doing business. So Hilo is the hot-headed, fiercely loyal fighter who never expected to lead the clan. But when he does, he proves that sometimes the most reckless warriors can make the most ruthless of kings. I think Hilo was my favorite character in the entire series. Second, we've got Shay. She's the sister. So she walked away from the clan trying to forge her own path. She actually moved away from Janloon and Kikon for a long time, but only to be pulled back into the world that she tried to leave behind. Lastly, you have Lan, who is the responsible, measured, level-headed leader who believes that the No Peak clan can be guided with honor and strategy rather than brute force like it has in the past. He really struggles to balance tradition with the pressures of running a clan in an increasingly modernized, interconnected, and competitive world. So those are the main characters, but even the secondary characters like Mike, Ken, and Tar, Hilo's lover Wen, Barrow, who I despise, and I'm sure you will despise him too, Nico, and Andon Emery, who is the adopted son of the Call family. All of them are fully alive and three-dimensional, so just excellent character work here from Fonda. Also, the world building here is next level. Janloon feels like a real place. It's got bustling streets, neon lights, and this clash of tradition and modernity. I said at the top, personally to me, it felt like Singapore. And the politics of Kikon extend far beyond its borders, with foreign powers eager to get their hands on Jade, corporate interests looking to monetize it. And throughout the series, there's this constant question of how Kikon's traditions can survive in this evolving world. Another thing that stood out to me was that the action is so cinematic. Fonda Lee has a background in martial arts, and it shows. The fight scenes in this series are some of the best I've ever read. They're all high energy and beautifully choreographed. You can really see them in your mind. And whether it's a street brawl or an assassination attempt or a full-blown clan war, every fight matters, both physically and politically. And then you have the added aspect of Jade, giving the Jade warriors heightened superhuman abilities. It was just so striking and incredible to read. Finally, the thing that I love is that the emotional payoff here is massive. This is a series that starts big and it only gets bigger. The stakes aren't just about power and money here. This is a series that is about legacy, family, tradition, and survival. And by the time that you reach the final pages of the last book, Jade Legacy, you realize that you've been through a full-on multi-generational saga. Watching these characters grow, love, lose, and really redefine what it means to be a green bone. So to wrap it all up, if you love epic family dramas, intricate world building, and high stakes action, the Green Bone Saga is an absolute must read. Thanks for tuning in to this series Spotlight. I hope you found this overview helpful and that it inspires you to dive into these books. If you're ready to start reading, check out the episode description for shoppable links. I'll earn a commission if you make a purchase, and your support helps keep the show going. If you read this series already, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment on today's episode post over on Instagram @TheBookUpPod. And if you have a favorite book series you think I should spotlight, let me know. Don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you next time on The Book Up.